In this video, we will set up views of building assemblies to do further investigation into the model. It is important to look for objects that might be redundant and therefore create redundant quantities, to cross-reference information between the drawings and the model data, and to review systems and building components in both isolation and in context with other objects to get a better understanding of the design intent. Let's get you started by setting up 4 saved views of a few common building systems. Click on the COBie Office sample project. Then choose the Office A model. Most redundancies between objects occur between the architectural model and the structural model. Expand the structural model in the model tree to review the categories available in the structural model. Notice that floors is only in the structural model. It's not listed in the Office architecture model. Structural framing is only in the structural model, not located in the architectural model. Walls, however, is located in both models. Let's expand both categories to understand the objects and their names. The walls in the structural model are foundation walls and are not going to be redundant with the architectural walls. But let's turn it on to verify. Click on the walls category in the structural model and unhide the selection. You'll notice that the wall does not overlap with the foundation wall. Let's hide the foundation wall as it won't be included in our exterior enclosure view. Next, choose the walls in the architecture model and hide others. This will isolate only our walls so that we can build an exterior enclosure view. Now let's further hide the interior partitions. We can verify that they are interior partitions, and then we can change their visibility to hide the selection. Now we're left with the exterior walls, as classified in the model tree. You'll notice that 2 of these walls are partition walls. You may also want to exclude those from your exterior enclosure view. Select them and hide them from the view. Now that we've created a view of our exterior enclosure, click on Save and name the view. Next, we'll set up our interior partitions view. Select the walls category again from the model tree and unhide your selection. Next, hide the walls with the type name that begins with exterior and hide your selection. Now the model viewer and the model inventory should reflect only walls labeled interior. Let's save this view as our interior partitions. We'll save this view as a new view. Then click Save. The next 2 views will be based on the structural materials. Click on the icon in the View Chooser and choose the structural model. Our next 2 views will be isolated based on structural material type. Let's use the visibility settings to set up our views. Click Add a Rule. We're going to create a rule for the Office structural model, and we'll show only those objects that have a structural material with a concrete value. We'll also include blank because blank hasn't been labeled with a material type, so we'll want to verify its contents. And then click Update. Let's review the inventory to verify the contents of our structural view. You'll notice that we have a few structural framing objects that are clearly steel. It's most likely that these objects are the ones that are misclassified as blank. I'll go ahead and delete this Object and choose Update. You'll notice that structural framing has now been removed from our view of the structural concrete. Let's save this view as our structural concrete view. Our final view is our structural steel view. Using the visibility settings and the rule we previously created, click on the X in each pill to remove the settings. Then, add those objects that we know contain steel and click Update. Now our view contains only those objects that have steel in their material properties. Let's save this view as our structural steel view. Now that we've created views of some common assemblies within our model, we'll move on to the next section where we'll take a look at the information level by level.